good. Okay. So I have here with me, it's me, Orange Swim, and my co-host, Tessero.
Hello, everyone.
And we're gonna come into the game shortly. I'm gonna fix that audio right now. There we go. Let me boost Tessero as well. Alright, let's go into the game here. So, welcome everybody to the DigiRumble. This is the second DigiRumble. The first DigiRumble was maybe like 2-3 months ago. And we have a full tournament here. We have 52 players playing.
It's quite a bit.
Today we'll be seeing DJ versus the Puddle Hopper, and then the next match after that one will be Nighthawk versus ZeroBot. You guys will find out exactly what color decks they choose to show this game. The DigiRumble, both players get 2 decks to bring. There's a mulligan rule and there's a 10-minute timer. So it's different from the other traditional tournaments. The players can really, play counter decks if they have it in their pocket, or stick with their current deck. And just stand by here as we finish setting up. Alright. The players appear to be ready. We'll start shortly. Make sure that right now our judge is going to be Numamon. He's in the room with them. Hey, Numa.
They had a quick question.
Yep.
Are they okay to set up and start mulligans, or do you want us to wait until you are ready?
Wait till ready, please.
Okay, I'll let them know.
Thank you. Alright, we're just waiting here to get everybody set up. Mainly me, actually. Alchemical Lore asks, can they swap decks after each match? Yes, they can. So, right before the game starts, they choose which deck they play. And then after every match, both players gets to choose. And I'll go over the order as the game goes through. Okay, I think we have Critical Mass here. I'm going to tell them to go ahead and get the game started. And if you guys have any questions in chat, feel free. And here we go. So the first thing that they're going to do should be to roll who goes first. Unless they rolled already.
I think set up security first.
Okay, DJ won the roll. So DJ is gonna go first. That means DJ will choose some mulligan first. Alright, looks like DJ is going to use his mulligan, and the mulligan rule is they do have to shuffle back security. We got a peek there. It's going to be purple DJ versus blue for the Puddle Hopper. Let me put their names up here. What are your thoughts on this matchup, Tessero?
Purple versus what appears to be Imperial blue. This will be an interesting matchup because I haven't played this one in particular, especially since this is a Lilithmon build. Starting out with DigiRumble2 and Stargabumon. Stargabumon, definitely a good rookie choice for any go tall purple deck. Especially with level 1, you want to be filling up your graveyard with stuff to bring back.
And the Puddle Hopper did keep his hand. He didn't mulligan there. He had a pretty decent hand. Got a good lineup. Just drawing that Imperial.
I have to see his hand delayed through your stream.
Oh, give me 1 second. I'm supposed to stream it to you.
Oh, I was playing a Davis. Generally, it feels like the right time to play Memory Tamers is earlier on to the game, prior to the opponent having... It's like an explosive hand situation that they can immediately punish you with.
Alright, there you go, Tessa. You should have the screen now.
Thank you. So the LadyDevimon comes out. Very nice. Looks like his hand situation's looking pretty good. Attacking. Interesting choice, but with 8k, it's pretty likely to go over anything not a mega. And you get to do the Goblimon trigger, which is nice as well. Getting out those extra copies from his hand.
This is actually the first time I've seen LadyDevimon on play.
When the Mastermon comes out, both players need to be discarding a security.
Okay. And Mastermon's effect takes out the Vilemon on DJ's side.
Very good board presence coming in.
I might have missed it. Did he discard that Grizzly Wing? Is that what happened?
Yes, he discarded this name from his security, which is kind of sad because you'd like to play that for free from the security effect. So he's going into the Payodramon. Very nice. As expected. He does have the Imperial Dramon too, so he can do the swing and re-stand. You might want to save that for later, so you can do the 3 hits. He's prompting instead to Ice Wolf Claw back to Mastermon.
Okay, removing the Mega on the other side, but not choosing to swing, keeping it active.
It could be smart because that would avoid him evolving into another Mega and running over the Payodramon. He loses it anyway because of the Trump Sword. Not as efficient of a move as, say, Chimeramon, but in this situation, it's more than pretty good.
Alright. Davis Tamer, getting him 3 memory.
Purple player, Cosmic is establishing a really good lead for himself right here. Much more ahead on board. Though he does lack a memory tamer, so if Puddle Hopper manages to choke him out, he might be able to edge out small memory advantages and catch back up. Swings. Whoa, the Hammer Spark. That's going to reduce how much he's going to be able to do this turn. And Puddle Hopper has set himself well for a Denobimon swing into Imperial Dramon restand swing. Looks like he's going wide with the Tapermon, establishing lethal for himself, but the Denobimon will probably have something to say about that. He's left his Devil Dramon open to be run over by the Piercing. Which looks like that's going to be what's happening right here.
Okay. We have
He gets the Devimon trigger and the Piercing.
So we do have 3 security on DJ side and 2 security on the Puddle Hopper side.
So it looks like he is going ahead and going to evolve into Imperial Dramon as expected. Now with that, he can swing and potentially catch him back himself in terms of the security race.
All right, here we go. Low rookie in the security. He has Dino B under that, right? Yep.
Yes, Danny B is under that.
If it was a Paildramon, would have been more attacks.
Well, he did at least get the extra value from the piercing on his first attack. So he ends his turn playing a blocker.
And that block will protect him from the Vengeance on the other side.
True. He's thinking about doing LadyDevimon. But that's like all of his memory, and he really needs to find a way to deal with the board. Unfortunately, he can't trump sword it. But he opts to trump sword the blocker instead.
Okay.
I see. This is fine because he's still establishing lethal for himself. He has 3 attackers. And he's not worried about the Imperial Dramon because he can only take care of 1 security at a time with it.
Puddle Hopper would probably have to play some removal here to survive.
Blue doesn't really have that much removal, but he does have the Ice Wolf Claw, which would be the answer.
Omnimon also on.
Or Omnimon, yes.
And maybe the blocker for less memory.
Yeah, he could just slap down on a second blocker. But he opts to involve it in the raising area.
That's an
Is this
interesting.
plan to Ice Wolf Claw or Omnimon here? Playing the blocker would have been pretty memory efficient as it would have left him at 1.
You could swing, right? Get rid of that blocker if it's gonna get blocked. Nope, no blocks.
No, he isn't going to get blocked. Ooh, that's dangerous. Now he has past lethal, so even if he removes a single body here, he's going to die.
Ouch, that might have sealed this game unless that security has another Ice Wolf Claw or... And I was gonna say like a Hammer Spark, but now that the Gazimon is live, Gazimon's effect, let me put it up here. Opponent cannot gain memory except by tamer effects.
It's true. Gaziman would block a Hammer Spark insecurity, but it wouldn't block an Ice Wolf Claw, which is still could be in there and could still save Puddle Hopper from losing the game next turn. Oh no, he tried playing that, but that shouldn't work because Gazimon is on the board.
Yep, and he played it, so tournament rules, he won't gain it. There's no takebacks.
Yep, no takebacks. He lost that memory gain.
That is unfortunate, not seeing the field, but you know, set 3 did just, the full list just came out just on Friday, so not everybody's used to all the cards yet.
Yes, Gazimon was one of the more recent inclusions too, ones that dropped during the full set release reveal. Full set list reveal.
It does look like the Puddle Hopper is gonna concede this match. We're moving on to game 2. Purple winning this matchup against Imperial.
Interesting. I would have at least, hoped my security would have saved me, but I guess he just wanted to move on.
I guess like you want to see it yourself if you could still possibly win, or keep your little goodies hidden, right?
Mm-hmm. I think this is another example why generally swinging before doing anything with your memory is usually smart, because then you get to play around what ends up happening from the security check.
Right. If he swung first, then
Yeah, and then maybe he would have made different choices instead of evolving Grismon in the raising area. No,
was an
I'm not
interesting
sure what
choice.
else he could have. Even though I'm thinking that even if he did know, even if he did swing first, he generally didn't have any way to stop all of the attacks, even with all 4 memory. So he still would have been relying on his security as well as whatever he played.
Looks like we might be having some stream issues. I'm double checking now with the rest. Game 2 has started. Both players choosing to stick to the same.
Mm-hmm. Going for that turn 1 Davis play.
Okay, does get to dig for a blue or green card. Only seeing blue this time.
Interesting, opting for the Frigimon over the blocker. Wanting to go for more aggressive, I guess. And of course, establishing the early tamer makes it so you get a value out of it sooner and can pay itself off faster.
That's right. We do see LadyDevimon right there in the breeding area. It doesn't get its one Digivolve effect.
Yeah, and he did also play into the tamer, getting him 2 memory, so this is pretty optimal for Puddle right here.
And I know it on the board it still does say raising area, but the English release, they did rename it to the breeding area.
Yeah, I like DJ's sleeves that reference that caution breeding area.
You're just like me, Trash. Oh, you're talking about his raising area. I haven't even seen it. Breeding area, avoid eye contact. Alright, here we go. Paleodramon back on the field.
Playing with that swing because it's safe against most things.
7,000. Pretty good. Oh, what is he doing?
Ooh, doing another Trump Sword on his Paleodramon play. I would have called that risky, but I know, knowing his hand, it doesn't have... Well, it does have another Paleodramon, but doesn't have another level 4 to go into that Paleodramon. So he can just hardcast it pretty efficiently.
If you look at a DJ, he has a hand over a certain card. Just hovering on that Chimera, waiting for a hard drop. I don't know what he would sacrifice for.
Yeah, it's kind of an issue there. Probably why he decided to Trump Sword over his Chimera is to, because he doesn't want to lose his LadyDevimon.
This time building the whole stack inside the breeding area, keeping it safe from effects.
It's true. Setting up for when he finally draws the Imperial Dramon.
Oh, the counter removal.
Is he just mad that, that he got Trump Sworded, so he decided to use his own removal? So with the LadyDevimon back to the hand, it does mean that he can potentially get use of it for effect. So he looks like he is lacking the rookies to do so, or at least to evolve into the raising area. You could hardcast that Devimon, but it's very inefficient with that 6 cost.
Ooh, yeah. That's gonna hurt. We are at a reset here.
But at the very least, he's going to be able to get the LadyDevimon reestablished and get the draw 2, discard 2.
Alright, what is he gonna choose to discard? Let's see.
I don't think he's used it yet. I saw him draw for Evo, but I haven't seen him trigger the effect.
Are they thinking about it?
Or did he? Maybe I missed
don't
it.
remember seeing... I know he drew a card. We do have our Judge Numemon there. Wait, did they miss the effect? Did I miss the thing?
Could be that all of us... It could be the people playing right now,
Okay.
including the judge, missed it.
I would ping, but I'll leave it. I know I'm trying to figure out. It could have happened, right? And we just missed it. So that's fine. And at this point, it's DJ's loss.
I think they missed it because, yeah, it is DJ's loss that he missed it. I still think it does look like he definitely missed it because on the top of his trash is Demi Maramon and not anything that could have been in his hand.
Mm-hmm. That effect of when Digivolved, for everybody watching, that is mandatory. Especially if he drew 2. Maybe he forgot the effect altogether, right?
Likely. So he's going in for the jamming. Though that leaves him open to being attacked over by LadyDevimon, because that 8k is significant. Very risky play here, but he is digging, looking for his megas.
Interesting. Biodramon open to attack. 2 Gabumons flanking.
And you can even use the Lilithmon here. Is his trash big enough?
The trash
Not
is
quite, but he probably doesn't have
currently
anything to bring back anyway.
at 5.
He's not going to attack into the Biodramon?
Oh, he just goes straight into... Okay. I think he could have swung and then got rid of a Gabumon, right?
I mean, LadyDevimon's effect is when you play an option. He doesn't have any cheap options there. He definitely didn't want to play the Heat Viper. I would understand going into the Millenniumon right away if you're just afraid of it being destroyed.
Why didn't he swing the Lilith onto the...
I think against blue, especially if you've seen them use Cocytus Breath before, I think you'd be more worried about Cocytus Breath, and that does very much beat out Millenniumon very well.
Okay.
And we haven't even seen Ice Wolf Club more than once from Puddle Hopper this match. So it could be that they are in his security, which could be pretty bad for Millenniumon.
Thanks for the follow there, Tasty RC. Alright, swinging there with jamming.
Nice. Davis giving him jamming. Jamming aggro situation going in. Nice.
Okay, here we go. Grizzly Wing bringing back Gazimon.
I wonder if that's supposed to trigger LadyDevimon's effect. Though there's no targets for it anyway.
LadyDevimon's effect. Once per turn, when you use an option card, delete one of your opponent's level 3 Digimon.
Wait, that is a your turn effect, so it wouldn't anyway. Never mind.
All good. We have 2 security on
Checking him
DJ's
out.
side.
Leaving me at 1 memory.
Alright, Gabu.
So things are looking good for Puddle Hopper here.
Ooh, Heat Viper.
Yes, that's right, Heat Viper.
Okay, now the options are gonna start working. So let's see how they resolve this.
That should clear all of Puddle Hopper's board. That's really good.
And that's a combination of LadyDevimon's attack. Again, when you use an option card, delete one of your opponent's level 3 Digimon. And then a Heat Viper deleted the other champions.
That's right.
And Panda, you are correct. When Digivolve is not optional. There was just a misplay there on the field that it wasn't activated. Ooh,
Oh
another
my!
Grizzly.
What a stacked security to be getting all of these Grizzly Wings.
I think this game's
Beats out the
going...
fact that the opponent is using a lot of jammers. Doesn't even have to worry about the fact that they're jamming if you're just getting free value.
Yeah, this game might go just in DJ's direction at this point. There's so much Digimon on the board.
And there's the Cocytus Breath to counter the Millenniumon.
Panda asks, wouldn't we have fixed the match and give him a warning to maintain the game state? I would, however, we do have a judge in the room. So if he also missed it, I don't want to interrupt anything else that's going on. On the final bracket, it will be different though. Okay, it is now 1 security versus 3 security.
Yes. But DJ does have a lot more Digimon on board now. He has plenty of options into how would he want to get rid of that get rid of that DigiRumble2 so if he wishes to. But it looks like he wants to like push for game by going aggro.
He has enough
He's not
memory.
particularly worried about being attacked by that DigiRumble2 since he still has that one security left.
This is gonna be really rough for the puddle jumper or puddle hopper to make a comeback.
That's right. He doesn't have a way to go into any particular move. Ooh,
And
he's
that's
going
it. That seals the deal.
protecting his last security like that. And prevents him from evolving into anything dangerous.
I guess technically just one blocker on the field would be okay.
Yes, Puddle Hopper can survive by dropping his one blocker, but that won't accomplish too much in this situation besides stall for time. It would be too little too late.
It'd have to be the blocker and then removal from that security. Maybe, we'll just see here.
Could be, yeah.
Alright, DJ
Actually,
going
yes,
for it.
Puddle Hopper does have a chance if the security turns out good.
And, okay, what's the target? Ooh, okay, destroying.
Okay.
Okay.
Yes, that's a good play. That's how he's going to avoid having a security blowout that loses him a game. Because he's got to watch out for the fact that he is getting free extra value as time goes on if he doesn't play around the opponent's memory tamer, which could give him enough memory to mount a comeback. That is, if he did attack into security and lose one of his Digimons that way.
The only thing that would save him here would be some sort of puppet mon or like a Machinedramon. And it's not in
Even
his
that
hand.
might be too. That would be too little, too late. Still, like a Puppetmon would rest his Digimon and save him a turn, but it would give him enough memory to like deal with the Puppetmon and continue pushing for game and forcing the opponent to have answers. Like in this instance, he could Ice Wolfclaw here and get rid of one of his mons to prevent lethal, and again, the opponent would, and then DJ would have to continue pushing. It'd be a continuous push and pull until one of them runs out of resources. And at this rate, it looks like it would be Puddle Hopper running out of resources first, because there's only so many ways that you can deal with the opponent's aggression. You only have so many Ice Wolf Claws, or Puppetmon, or whatever else.
Ooh, okay. Did
Oh,
that
that's
pass?
funny.
Interesting. Getting a little bit of breathing room here. But I'm still not sure what he could possibly play. He doesn't have any more blockers, so that's it.
Yeah, that's right. He has no more answers to stop aggression in his hand.
And this is game 2 of our first match in the DigiRumble. Well, the first highlight match. Half the players have already played their games. Ooh, I'm not
GG
sure
has
about
been called.
that. Is that DJ writing GG on the board?
Looks like it. Looks like he doesn't expect his opponent to have any answers. Especially with something in raising area, he would have to have a blocker and a way to remove the
Okay. Looks
Biomon.
like he's just drawing to see what his deck would have given him. The game 2 goes to DJ. Alright, thanks for the games, players. We are going to move on to the next set of matches. It's going to be another best of 3 from Nighthawk versus Zerobot. Just stand by, folks.